The scene has been set. We're ready for the Cats and the Dogs dueling here on a Sunday afternoon. Wadozzi and Strack, and away we go. Mississippi State and Kentucky here on the SEC Network, and we got another jump ball. There you see Strack, diehard Buffalo Bills fan. I know she's bumming over what happened yesterday. Here we go, take two, and Strack will actually get the tip. Kentucky with the basketball first. They've got quite a 1-2 punch with Morgan and Strack. This is Morgan. And a turnover. We talked about Madison Francis. Taking a look at the rest of that starting lineup for Mississippi State. Favor Wadozzi leading the way, averaging a double-double this year. 13 points, 10 rebounds a game.
And you can see the length there from Kentucky. Hassett, Strack, all 6'2 plus. And that's something Hassett can do at her size and frame, to shoot the three.
The Kentucky starting five, keep an eye out for number 5, Tony Morgan. 26 points, 13 assists in that come-from-behind win against Florida on Thursday night. That was up in Lexington. She was 8 of 9 from the field. And speaking of making some buckets, how about Carissa Richardson? She has really upped her game in SEC play.
She's been feeling it. That's a good sign early for the Bulldogs. You talked about Clara Strack being one of the best players in the country at her position. But again, Morgan is one of the top point guards. Great feed there early from the Bulldogs. She's leading the country right now in assists and is up to 3 from her average from last year.
Yeah, Sam Purcell was telling us this morning at shoot-around, hey, she could even throw out a 20-assist game this afternoon. And there is Strack fouled. There's Kenny Brooks. Really enjoyed our visit with him yesterday. Of course, Mississippi State under the leadership of Sam Purcell. He's won more overall games and SEC games than any other head coach through the first 3 seasons in Bulldog history. And he's one of 3 active coaches with 20-plus wins in his first 3 seasons.
I'd say so. Coach Purcell's been excellent at home. Took over a program that had a lot of great history in the past, making it to back-to-back championship games. Kind of went silent there for a while, and he's brought a lot of energy to Starkville.
Strack, a 71% free throw shooter on the year, makes a pair. Here's Wadozzi. Had a really nice night against Vanderbilt, and she's off to a terrific start here today.
Foul troubles, it's kind of kept her on her heels and not in rhythm. Good sign there to attack Strack.
Morgan couldn't get the shot off over Wadozzi. Tough assignment defensively for Wadozzi, and she got a little help from Madison Francis. Another block.
Great timing there by Francis. She has a size advantage on Morgan.
Francis down the right side of the lane. Her first bucket of the afternoon.
Hot start here by Mississippi State. They're doing exactly what they want to do in the game plan, and it's to get downhill.
Yeah, truly remarkable. Strack fouled him from Virginia Tech. There's the miss there. Wadozzi with the rebound. Crisp. McFall, she was draining threes at shoot-around today. The kick to Prater. And Prater dials long distance.
Don't let that SEC record fool you. This is a team that has been knocking on the door of everybody they've played so far. Played an unbeaten Vanderbilt team to 5 points on Thursday. And as we talked to both coaches, it's about matchups, and this Mississippi State team is going to be a tough matchup with their downhill mentality.
Yeah, Sam Purcell called her almost like a Nikola Jokic.
Absolutely.
There's a spin by Richardson. Their team leads 13-4.
Great job by Triana Chris. She does not have the size advantage inside, but she's battling Strack inside at 6'5".
Strack inside, and she is fouled.
Great portal pickup by Coach Brooks and his staff. Played at North Carolina. Wasn't a huge stat stuffer there, but she's the perfect fit for his style, his program, and somebody that is at the core of what they do with their length.
6'5" junior. She trained and played guard growing up because she had a late growth spurt. And that, I'm sure, has helped her game. After the miss, second free throw, a jump ball was called. Possession arrow pointing toward Mississippi State. Phenoms for Sam Purcell. Wadozie down the right side of the lane, absorbed the bump, and misses the bunny, but she got her own follow.
Coach Purcell going to her early. You can tell they're trying to ISO her athleticism to go off the bounce against Strack.
The miss inside by Strack. Here's McFall. The kick into the corner. King, who just came into the game. Sanaya King had her best game as a Bulldog the other night against Vandy. Here's Morgan running, and she'll go to the free throw line. Morgan at the line this year has been to the free throw line more and has made more than any other Wildcat, a 77%.
You saw after that last break, Coach Brooks grabbed his point guard and had a conversation with her. Use her experience to settle down this team and the pace that they're going against right now with State.
Yeah, she definitely sets the temperature for this Kentucky team. Wadozie, pretty pass. McFall cannot finish. Strack with another rebound.
State's playing a lot through that elbow right now with Wadozie and getting some good looks to the rim.
This is Morgan.
And there's one of those assists from Morgan.
There's Sanaya King down low to Wadozie. Knocked away by Obi.
We've seen that a couple times now. The guards from Mississippi State need to give Wadozie some space. They're kind of crowding her and allows her defender to reach in and give her problems.
Pass it from distance. And she did that. I'm telling you, folks.
Amelia Hassett is that person, I think, that makes Kentucky different. Her length and her sharpshooting ability.
So $1:33 left here in the first quarter. This is Lexi Blue, who came in. Misses the shot. Rebound by Obi. That was missed as well. And it will be Kentucky basketball.
Yeah, and they're not a very deep team. And again, losing Key really makes them kind of thinner. But their first five is as good as anybody. Great take by Madison.
How about that move by Madison Francis?
She's a very humble freshman, too.
Prater leaves. That's now her second foul. And she's picked them both up in less than a minute. Wadozie back in, and here's Morgan to the free throw line again. As she is having herself a whale of a season, averaging just south of 9 assists per game.
But the personal and player development is what he's most reputable for, and especially with his point guards. He was one himself, but that special development he had with Georgia Amor, now with Tony Morgan.
Brooks, you talked about it, former point guard for Lefty Drizel, the Hall of Famer, who won his share of games.
I think what was most impressive was how much credit he gave his coach, 24 years later yesterday when talking with him, of how much he poured into him as an aspiring young coach. And you want to close out your quarters with your best decision makers, so expect this to go two-man option.
In the corner, the three ball is too strong. Weak side, Richardson has it, and it was a block shot in the backcourt, and that will end the first quarter. Mississippi State jumped out to a 15-5 lead for Kenny Brooks and his bunch. Kentucky will start the second quarter with possession.
State had some success going to that zone, kind of that 1-1-3 inverted matchup zone a bit, and it's really kind of disrupted some things, keeping it out of the paint.
Strack the kick to Hassett. She made her first three. That one was a tad strong. The rebound by Obi. That look is off the mark by Asia Boone. And here comes Crisp. Shot clock beginning to wind down. Lampley on that left baseline, and kind of a nifty move created some contact, and the freshman from Indianapolis will head to the line. Lampley had 6 on a couple of three-pointers in the second half against Vanderbilt. She shoots 52% from the floor, but just 50% at the free throw line.
Doesn't get there a ton. More of a kind of spot-up shooter, but has really been quick off the dribble, going to her left hand and had some tough finishes.
Morgan, the drive, no. Wadozie with her 7th rebound already. She's got 6.7 rebounds, and Chris adds a triple from the right wing.
But the leadership, how smart she plays, her effective and efficient three-point shooting has been so key in this Bulldogs team playing well this year.
Morgan misses the three. She's had her best season ever from distance. Wadozie now with 8 rebounds. That's favor Wadozie right there. Look inside for Crisp. Now finds Francis, who drives hard on that left baseline. Too strong, and Kenny Brooks can't believe it.
You see Crisp here coming down the floor in great rhythm. She knows she does not have the size advantage against Hassett, so she's got to step back a bit. But she's been super consistent. I think she's hit at least 1 3 in every game that she's played so far this season.
And so Francis to the free throw line. What a freshman campaign she has had out of Lancaster, New York. And she splits the 2 free throws.
She messes up. You don't see her wear it. She just gets back and makes the effort plays, and then good things come of it. She's got a short-term memory, which is really good.
Oh, nice high-low. Great passing by Kentucky, and Strack benefits with the lay-in.
Yeah, nice high-low, little miscommunication.
Wadozie off to a terrific start here today. That shot got blocked. Boone, after missing her first 4 from three-point land, connects. And we've got a 6-point game. Francis hit a roadblock, so she spins the other way, misses the shot, and Strack has her 4th rebound. Tough move by Strack over Wadozie, and a timeout, Sam Purcell. Kentucky on a 7-0 run over the last minute. A big difference in the game.
It is, and you know, they don't necessarily have a true rim protector on this team, but they have a lot of length and connectivity on the defensive end. The shot blocking coming from Madison, Francis, for example. But it comes down to a matter of details and it's winning moments. I mean, you look at Kentucky; they won a couple of close games. Oklahoma, and then Morgan hit a game winner at LSU.
And that was a dramatic come-from-behind win against Florida on Thursday after Kentucky led 29-14 after the first quarter. But they trailed by 7 going into the 4th quarter. Shot clock winding down. That 3 is also on target for Asia Boone.
Second chance points. Morgan getting into her spots.
She's got a good look from the left wing. This one is just short.
It's a good shot by Chris, though. She needs to be greedy with her 3-point shots, and that's a good in-rhythm look.
And Kentucky has just taken the lead. It's a 12-0 run for Kentucky over the last 3 minutes.
And this is when you have to respond. You're going to have a run every single night against your opponent.
Prater got it stripped by Boone. Morgan, Kentucky with numbers, and the lay-in by Obi. And the Bulldogs, as you can see, a power outage offensively, almost 4 minutes since they last scored.
One thing we don't talk about enough yet has been Kentucky, how good Kentucky has been so far in conference.
Kentucky with the basketball and the 1-point lead. Obi to Strack. And I think Francis might have got a piece of it, but there is Jordan Obi with some loose change.
Kentucky looks more composed right now. I feel like they're dictating pace and really executing things offensively and coming up with second chance opportunities and loose balls.
Brittany, they're on a 16-2 run right now. Crisp with a tough shot, and she was fouled.
You definitely want to protect her going into the second half. Seeing a good substitution here by Blue, who's a nice player for Kentucky. The one-on-one driving against the bigs, and it's just too much attention on the ball handler right now. You got to flip side to side and then take it to the rim off that scramble.
So Francis with the foul. Kentucky with the basketball. Approaching a minute left here in the first half. Boone, her first two-point shot of the afternoon. Missed, but there's Strack with the rebound, and she lays it in. That's a tough assignment for the Bulldogs. Here's Prater. Hard drive, the reverse lay-in.
Use her experience here to kind of carry this team through four full quarters.
Here's Obi on that left low post area. And Obi now 4 of 6 from the floor. Bulldogs going for the last shot here in the first half. McFall. Richardson off the mark. And a foul on the floor on who? With 5 seconds left.
Finishing with 2 made free throws here. Finishing with the stop. You have to feel good about momentum going into half if you're State.
Wadozie misses the first. She had a career-high 30 points, 10 rebounds in the win against Samford back in late December. In fact, was named the SEC Co-Player of the Week. But a couple missed free throws. Bulldogs have to be careful. Boone for 3. It would have countered if it went. It did not, and that ends the first half. What an entertaining first half we've had, Brittany. She said that I'm sure Coach Purcell didn't expect, but he said that Mississippi State just plays so hard. And he said it's not a good matchup for us.
Yeah, and the matchup is that driving downhill mentality, the way they rebound with abandon. It's just a team that is also deep, too. I mean, they don't have one crazy all-star. They have some young ones with that potential.
Nothing like an SEC showdown on the SEC network. Here's McFall to Richardson, and Richardson now with 9 points. Kentucky looking for its first points of the second half. Richardson guarding Obi. Wow, that is a tough shot, folks.
And the SEC players are taller, so she gets slid around a little bit more, but that's a great job in her pocket.
Good look by Chris, but just did not fall. Strack with another rebound. She's got 8. And a 3-ball for Kentucky. Richardson on Obi. Shot clock winding down. Crisp in and out and back in.
Tough shot there by Crisp.
Certainly was. Here's Obi down in that love post area. The kick to Strack. Pass it. Here's Morgan. Down the lane. Obi, and it curls off. And Francis has a rebound, her 4th.
Impressive scramble by State.
Francis all the way down, curls off, no. Richardson on the weak side.
Be able to be imposing on the boards.
Morgan drives and kicks. Boone, no. She's 3 for 11 now from distance. Crisp hesitates. She kicks into the corner. Lampley off the mark. Favor. Wadozie saves it. It did not hit the rim, so the shot clock continues to run, now under 10. Crisp. 3-ball, and ring it up.
And this team just plays so hard, it's easy to get behind.
Morgan, 15-footer, no, and Wadozie now with 14 rebounds. Chris spinning, could not keep possession. Here's Hassett. Hassett trying to go coast to coast, and she does just that. Francis for 3, no. Strack got the rebound, and a foul is going to be on Mississippi State and over the back. And we'll keep an eye on Destiny McFall, who is no longer on the sidelines. She must be in the locker room right now, getting some medical attention. And
can't get up that, let her go to her left-hand side, especially when team's not set. So got to play your angles, keep a player like that in front.
And Morgan cannot convert the three-point play. But Kentucky now leads by 3. Morgan with 9 points and 5 assists. Halfway through the third quarter. Lampley on top to Wadozie. Here's Prater. Took some extra shots today, and she gets the hometown roll.
And that's what they need from Prater. You know, she's due for a breakout game here in SEC.
They find Strack, fade away. That finesse shot, no. Weak side is Hassett. Fresh 24 UK. Blue finds Strack wide open. She is off the mark from three-point land.
And she shoots about 3 of those a game. Definitely something in her arsenal. Good push ahead.
McFall, her first bucket of the afternoon.
Players got to know you can do that, but not right in front of the ref.
No, that's exactly right. Morgan to Obi, looking for Strack inside, and a nicely played defensive steal by Prater. She tried to get it inside to Richardson. It was knocked away from her. And here is Richardson. Bulldogs with numbers. And she will wait and let McFall set it up.
Yeah. State needs to take advantage of this matchup right here. You got Strack against McFall. Give her space, let her work.
McFall got it knocked away. She picked it back up again. Wadozie off the glass. And she's got a chance for 3. And she'll try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And she is now 0 for 3 at the free throw line here today. Bulldogs now 6 for 11. That's part of the equation if you want to pull off an upset. You got to take advantage of those opportunities. Shot is missed. Prater picks it up. Ahead to Madison Francis with the left hand. Bulldogs up by 5. Timeout, Kentucky.
Finishing, learning from the Vanderbilt game Thursday that how you finish this quarter is going to be huge, Bill, going into momentum into the fourth.
Remember, that's what he was talking about this morning. The last buck 45 in the third quarter was key. Vanderbilt scored 7, and Kentucky does not score on their first trip down. Got to close these quarters. They're critical.
They are, and not to overcomplicate it, it's the defensive end, and they've been doing it right now. They're scrambling, they're contesting, keeping it one and done.
Kentucky has missed his last 7 shots. McFall, the drive, the kick to Francis. Richardson got it blocked. Richardson to the free throw line with 56 seconds left here in the third.
Good movement again from State. I mean, offense becomes easier when everybody's involved. It flips sides of the floor.
She's got 12 points and 4 rebounds so far here today. Missed first free throw. She's now 2 for 4 at the line, and the Bulldogs 7 for 13. And Kentucky going for the last shot here in the third quarter.
Seen some horns action. You expect Morgan to just work with Strack in space.
Morgan being harassed by McFall. Top shot, fading away, and that's the way the third quarter ends. Kentucky had missed its last 8 shots. They didn't score for almost 5 minutes, but Morgan... And they playing better today. It's just Mississippi State is playing just a tick better.
Yeah, I think you're talking about who's hungry for the win. All these teams are so close in talent and ability, and so it's just timing and taking advantage of your opportunity. It is a big...
Here's Francis, a little bit of a weave, high off the glass, no. And Strack saved it to Morgan. Kentucky trying to tie it. A 3 would give the Cats the lead.
Kentucky has had some success this year in some close games. Again, a buzzer beater against LSU, close one against Oklahoma.
Just her first foul. She's had some issues with foul trouble this year, but she's done a nice job. Strack at the free throw line. Her parents are Air Force veterans. Her younger sister, Daisy, wants to enter the military after high school.
And when you talk about Wadozie, I know we just featured her, but her staying out of foul trouble has been huge. This is a big league. She was picking up some of those early fouls away from the basket, too, and she's done a nice job tonight.
Chris hoists, and hits. 13 points. 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 13 poin from the right wing. She is 3 for 4 from distance. She's got 13 and the lead is 4. Kentucky tries to counter. The miss. Here's Crisp into the front court.
That length of Francis is bothersome, especially when she's fading.
She's done that throughout her freshman season. Ball stripped. Richardson, right place, right time.
Just like they drew it up.
Bulldogs up by a half dozen. Look for Morgan to take over, and she does just that.
Beautiful, beautiful move. A lot of hang time in her game.
McFall. The kick to Richardson. This one gets the friendly bounce, the iron kind.
Big smile from her after that, too.
Here's Blue down low, and Francis with the rejection on Obi. Bulldogs running. Crisp, does she do it? Yes! Again from distance. It's Splash Mountain right now for Crisp and the Bulldogs. And boy, I'm seeing it. You're seeing it, Brittany. We're all seeing it here today. She is really in a groove right now.
She absolutely is.
Using all that experience, started out her first 2 years at Arizona State, then North Carolina, now Mississippi State, and that's a miss by Strack.
Saw a zone from State there coming out of a timeout. Coach Purcell likes to mix up his defenses, keep the opponent on their heels.
Mississippi State on a 6-0 run, as you can see. Bulldogs have made their last 4 shots from the floor. Richardson trying to make it 5, and she does.
The basketball gods are liking Richardson right now. Everything's falling for her.
She's got 19 to lead all scorers. Strack inside, got it blocked.
Running good offense, too.
Francis off the mark, got her own rebound. Inside the trees, that's off. Wadozie hustling, tried to save it and went right to Morgan. And now Morgan, Prater comes in replacing her. Prater's got 7 and 4 rebounds. There's a good look in the corner. That's off the mark by Boone. There's Prater. 1 on 3, no problem.
That zone has been disruptive here, coming out of timeout. Good job by Prater.
And a nice counter punch. That's Hassett.
She's used to unique shooting circumstances, and you can tell that she's comfortable.
No problem with the shooting again today out of Richardson. She's got 21 to lead all scorers, and the lead is 14. So let's see what Kentucky can do on offense. They made just 1 of their last 7 shots. Morgan can stop that streak, and she does.
It's key here. You have a double-digit lead. Not trying to force anything, not trying to.
Kentucky came back on Florida in the 4th quarter to win on Thursday night up in Lexington. Trying to get a comeback here today. Nice reverse layup by Asia Boone. That's her first 2-point bucket. She has 3 trays. She's got 11, and the lead is 10. Francis is locked and loaded. That one's too strong from distance. Under 3 left. Strack finds Morgan. This time, Francis guarding her. The kick into the corner, Hassett. And the 3 ball falls, and a timeout, Kentucky, as Hassett. It's a 7-point game. You see, State has scored in almost 3 minutes.
Yeah, this thing's far from over. It's going to come down to execution and defensive stops.
Prater down low to Wadozie, and her shot was blocked. Strack was there, as was Obi.
There's obviously a point of emphasis out of the timeout.
Wadozie, here's Richardson. Shot clock at 5. She's going to have to create. And she is fouled with the body. What's amazing, in high school, she did shot put and discus. Hard to keep your shooting touch when you're, I would think, with that. And Richardson. And Obi shoots 54% from the field, so no problem, Kohlmeyer, with her shooting touch. And Richardson, no problem with those 2 free throws. Fans on their feet. Morgan for three. No. Richardson with the rebound.
Coach Purcell has 2 timeouts for Mississippi State. He's going to want to keep those as things come down to it. Most likely expect some fouling here after this possession.
1 minute left in the game. Wadozie strong to the hoop. No, she follows with her left hand. The first basket for Mississippi State in 4 minutes.
Taking a lot of time here. They got to go now.
Yeah, Kentucky's going to have to start hoisting some deep balls. Morgan, no. Tapped to Strack. And a near steal by McFall, and they're going to call it.
Having these two timeouts left is really, really key for Coach Purcell. Kentucky's going to go for that first steal, and if they miss, they're going to have to foul.
Hassett, an 85% free throw shooter, misses the second. And a timeout, Mississippi State. Bulldogs have made just one of their last 7 shots and a foul.
You see Madison Francis coming back in the game, want to use her length. Probably as they plan to switch everything. No fouls, no threes.
You got to play tough all 4 quarters to beat a great team like Kentucky, and they did just that here today. Hassett for 3. No. Battling for the rebound. A couple Bulldogs battling for it. Kentucky with another chance. Hassett misses that 3. Under 10 seconds left. Boone, no. And the Bulldogs are going to celebrate a 12-point win over the 7th-ranked team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats. That's the 3rd AP Top 10 win.